Hey beauty babes, welcome to my channel. I'm Maria, aka Agape Love Girl. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I'm back with a rewind, maybe replay makeup video. I'm not quite sure yet what I'm calling it. I would love for you guys to weigh in on this. Okay, I talked about in my last beauty rewind, I'm not allowed to call it that anymore. Anyways, I talked about in my last rewind video how I have to stop calling my series Beauty Rewind because apparently that's a company in Canada and they sent me like a cease and desist that this is copyrighted and I can't use this anymore. I did not know, so I can't call my series Beauty Rewind anymore, which makes me really, really sad. I also mentioned it in my previous Shop My Stash video and asked if anybody had any suggestions for names because I just really was stuck on what to name this series. In my makeup Shop My Stash video, I had Larissa Gabriella comment, so thank you girl for your comment suggestion. I already wrote her back and I thought it was amazing, her suggestion. So she just wrote rewind alternatives, flashback, replay, rerun, rehash, and then said ... maybe, giving me suggestions of other ideas of what to call this. Now, that being said, I really love the idea of replay. I love the idea of like, cause it's going along with the theme of rewind, like replay. But then as I thought about it, I kind of felt like, I don't know if that still works because I feel like replay, I feel like I should be playing in the makeup. That could be another idea too, but I just feel like I don't know if I would have the time for that because I feel like I do try to use these products already in other videos throughout the month. So if I had to replay in the makeup and give you my review, I feel like it would just be redundant and I don't know if that I don't know if I would have the time for it. I don't know if you guys would enjoy it. You might enjoy it more than just hearing me talk about the products, but I just feel like you could always just refer back to the other videos I've done with these products too, which is what I usually do when I talk about these products is refer you to the videos I've done with them. So anyways, I still am unsure of what I'm going to call this. So anyways, I would love your thoughts and opinions. Should I just stick with rewind and just leave it at that and then kind of have a little tagline with it? Or should I switch it up and call this Beauty Replay? I would really, really love your guys' thoughts and opinions on that. So please leave a comment letting me know your thoughts on what I should name this series. So the first item I want to talk about is a beauty device. And see, here's why I don't want to just call this makeup rewind or whatever. Because this is not makeup, it's a beauty device. So this is the Quicksonic Zoe Bliss, and it is a like sonic facial cleansing and exfoliating device. I did do a first impressions like unboxing and demo of this, and that is already on my channel, so if you haven't seen it and you'd like to see this in action, I will link that video as well, so definitely go check it out if you actually want to see it all in action. But I just want to note that that video went up, I believe, like 2 weeks later. So I had filmed it the end of, we're in September, so the end of July, like literally the last day of July, and then I was hoping to put it up like within the first week of August. But anyways, I had been using it for pretty much the whole month, and I just have to tell you, I love this device. I think it's wonderful. Now it is a little bit more of an expensive device. I think it's $149, but I did decide to join their affiliate program. So if this was something you were interested in picking up, I do now have a code that will get you 10% off, which I know isn't a lot, but at least a discount's a discount. And of course, because it is an affiliate code, I will earn a little bit of money if you do use that. But anyways, I wanted to kind of go back to the prices. I know this is a pretty spendy kind of item, but when you consider that other facial like cleansing brushes require brush heads that you have to change out and repurchase every couple of months, that is actually more expensive and in the long run. And with this is a device you don't have to repurchase new pieces to use or to keep it sanitary or anything like that. This is all you will need. You don't have to repurchase anything. It plugs in to charge and it's just wonderful. And on top of that, it's kind of like a 3-in-1 type of product because this is meant to use as a cleansing device. It also helps exfoliate your skin, and it can be used for like anti-aging and within your skincare aside from just cleansing your face. So all of that stuff I do demo in my first impressions, but I will say there are a few things that I did learn about this since that video in filming my first impressions and first time trying it and stuff. So in that video I did read the instructions, and it had said something in the instructions about this having a little sensor where it shuts off after 15 seconds to let you know to move to different sections of your face. This never ended up doing that, and I did put a little like text in that video for the chance that you are someone who doesn't always have your eyes on the screen like me. You may have missed that little text, so I wanted to be sure to say that is something that I noticed with this. So I'm not sure if that's just something that is like those were old instructions, that's something maybe one of their other devices does, but I did read that out loud and say that it was supposed to stop like every 15 seconds to switch to different parts of your face, but it doesn't actually do that. So I just want to be sure to mention that. That's not something that really bothers me because I don't really like, it's not that big of a deal to me to know to move to different sections of my face. I did think that would have been a neat feature, but the fact that it doesn't have that, it's really not that big of a deal to me. So, but I still wanted to mention it since that's something that, you know, I had said, but this doesn't actually do. And then the other thing I wanted to mention is that in my first impressions and demo, since it was my first time really trying it out and wanting to try all the features, I did use this for the anti-aging, which, so it has this side, which is a flat side with these little soft silicone little bristles to exfoliate and wash your face and stuff like that. But then you switch it over to this other side, and it has much larger of these little silicone finger bristles, and it's more curved, and this is the side you use for skincare. So you can, when you put on your moisturizers or your serums, this helps, and it pulsates. Let me just show you. I didn't even show you guys in the worst. So this is how it sounds when you're doing the cleansing mode, and then you will push it again, and it does more of a pulsating mode, and that's the mode you want to use for your skincare. So when I first demoed it, I just put my moisturizer on straight on my face. I didn't blend it in or anything, and I pretty much just tried to fully blend it in with this, and it took quite a long time, and that was something that I said I didn't really love about it, and it would take some getting used to because I knew it would add a lot more time to my routine. But I ended up finding that if I would just go ahead and blend in most of the product with my hands first, so I don't have to leave it up to just this device to fully move it around, but I pretty much move around the product all over my face, and then I would go in with the you know, the anti-aging side and allow this just to pulsate and fully help the product penetrate into my skin, not necessarily move it around for me. So I did the moving around myself and then allowed this to help it penetrate into my skin. So it made it a lot quicker and easier to use, and I liked that better. So I will say that I tried to use it that way as often as I could, but I did not actually do that every single night because I did feel like it was an extra step that added a little extra time that I wasn't always willing to take, but I do like that it has that option. So I just want to mention those kind of two updates since filming that video, but overall, I am really impressed by this device. I love the way it makes my skin feel. While it's a cleansing like device, I feel like it also gives a nice exfoliation to the skin. Even though these are so soft and they're just like silicone soft little fingers, it really makes a difference in my skin. Like my skin feels so soft, so smooth, and even almost like plump. I don't know if it's like the vibrations or what, but my skin just feels so amazing when I use this device. So I have really been loving it. So if you have been looking for some kind of cleansing device for your face, for your skincare routine, I have been loving this and definitely would recommend it. This next item is one that I have not mentioned on my channel actually, but I've mentioned a couple times on my Instagram account, and I am loving it, and I wanted to mention it here, and I really wish I would have taken the time to use it today so you guys can see. But I recently got this hot air styling brush. The brand is Wazar, and it's available on Amazon. And I have fallen in love with this thing. I'm just gonna put some pictures up on the screen so you guys can see what it has done to my hair. Like, it straightens my hair with such lovely volume, and even I can create some uniform waves with it and things like that. And it's actually really easy to use. Now I also did do an IGTV video using this, demoing it, so you guys can see it in action if you really want to. I'll link my IGTV in the description box if you guys want to check it out. But I really love this. Now, I've said this before, but I don't say it very often, but I don't ever do my hair. I'm like super low maintenance when it comes to my hair, like doing my hair. Obviously I get my hair done professionally, I don't do it myself. But the only time my hair actually looks quote unquote presentable is when I go to the hair salon and she does my hair and she curls it for me, and I pretty much ride that style out for the rest of the week when she curls it and I don't do anything to it. Other than that, this is what my hair looks like, which I don't think looks terrible, but I mean, it's not the most like put together, if you will. I mean, I don't really care because I'm, like I said, I'm so low maintenance when it comes to my hair. This is just my natural wave. I actually just washed it today, and usually I just keep it in a bun to somewhat air dry up here, so this has a little bit more of a flatter, straighter look to it. And then these are like my natural wave. So then once most of the upper part is dry, I take it out of the bun and let it air dry, and these are my natural curls. And I think that looks okay, and that's why I don't hardly ever do my hair, because I just don't care. But when I gave this a try, I was really impressed with it, and I've actually been doing my hair quite a bit over the last month with this. Pretty much every week I've been using this, and I only really wash my hair once or twice a week, and so I really only had to do my hair once with this, and I can ride out the straight pretty look of my hair after using this. And it's so quick and easy to use. So as you can see, it's like this round brush, but it does have a cord, it does plug in, and it's like a hair dryer almost. So this heats up and it then you kind of just use it like you would with a round brush, and the air blows out so it dries your hair and then straightens it. Or you can like twist it and do curls or waves with it, and it's pretty quick and easy. Now I will say that this does say it's not like a hair dryer, so you don't want to use it to dry your hair if your hair is soaking wet like you would a blow dryer, or like right when you get out of the shower. You want to use it when you could use it when your hair is damp but not wet is what it recommends. So every time I've used this, I pretty much use it after I shower, and I have my hair up like in one of those twisty towels and let it dry mostly, and then I will use this. This works really great when your hair is damp. I have used it when my hair was fully dry, and I feel like it takes a lot more time to style my hair once my hair is already dry and kind of fully kinked up. But when it's wet, or damp I should say, it's a little bit more moldable and quicker and easier to style with this. So it does dry it and then straighten or style it however you want. And I love that when I use this to straighten my hair, it gives volume too, because it is, you know, blowing out the hot air. Lucy, no, you cannot have this. What are you doing? Lucy's at my feet and trying to grab this thing. It's not a toy for you. Anyway, so it straightens my hair and gives some volume, and I just think it looks so beautiful. And because it does style my hair pretty quickly, like I said, when it's damp, I haven't minded actually doing my hair, and I feel so much more put together when my hair's done. So I really like it, and I figured I would share because this is a beauty device that I tried new to me last month. All right, really quickly, I have this Tony. This is adorable. Look at this little thing. This is a Tony Moly Petite Bunny Gloss Bar, and I got this in a Japanese and Korean beauty subscription box that I was sent to try out. It's called No Make No Life. If you haven't seen that, I did an unboxing video here on my channel. I'll link that in the eye. And this is one of the items that I got, and it was actually the only item I've tried so far. I had hoped to try more of the items from that box this last month, but I just did not get a chance to. But I did try this, and I actually really like it. It gives a lot more pigmentation than you would have thought. Like, it's pretty sheer if you can see, but it does give a little bit of color. But on my lips, it gives such a beautiful color. I actually used this in another IGTV video. I will link that in the description box, or maybe I'll just put a quick little clip here so you guys can see it in action. But it gives the most beautiful color to my lips. It's very subtle, but still it's something, and it's very long lasting actually. So I was really impressed by this cute little guy, and so I just wanted to mention that. So next up, I have some new items from City Beauty that I started using last month, and actually I also demoed these when I first demoed my Zoe Bliss. So in that same video, you can see these products in action. Now in that video, I don't really talk much about these products because most of the focus was on the Zoe Bliss, but I have been using these throughout the rest of the month, and this is the Youth Rejuvenating Cleanser. It has this gorgeous red color to it, which I love, and that is actually supposed to be like dragon's blood botanical superfood. So that's what gives it its beautiful color. I have really been enjoying this. I feel like I have a hard time reviewing cleansers because I feel like for the most part they all do essentially the same thing, and as long as they're not like drying me out or causing any negative reactions, I tend to like pretty much every cleanser I try. And this one's no different. I really, really like this. I have been really enjoying it. The one thing I will say that I don't love about it is it doesn't foam up. Like that's one thing I can say I love about cleansers. Like when they foam up, I like that. I love to see a cleanser foam up, because for me, I feel like it's totally a placebo effect, I'm sure, but to me, I equate that to like, ooh, it's working, it's foaming up. This doesn't really foam up, but it doesn't bother me that much because I do feel like it cleanses my skin really well. It smells really, really nice, and it's very gentle. And I also just love the luxe packaging. I just love City Beauty as a brand. I am an affiliate with them because I just love their products so much. So my code AGAPELOVEGIRL will save you 10% off. And then randomly throughout the year when they're having different sales, they will sometimes up my code to 35% off, which is really awesome. They did that recently for Labor Day, so it's such a good deal and a really awesome brand. So I've really, really been enjoying this, but that's really all I can say because it's a cleanser. I feel like I don't have much to say about a cleanser. But this other item from City Beauty is their Advanced Eye Cream, and this I have been loving so much. As you guys know, I am super big into eye creams. I fully believe in eye creams, and I know a lot of people think that eye creams are a gimmick. I definitely do not, because I do notice a difference when I'm using them and when I'm not using them, and I definitely notice a difference between some that work better than others. Now, I have been using the Rock eye cream for the longest time, and I like that one okay. I'm pretty much just trying to finish it up, but once I finish it up, I probably will not be repurchasing it because I think it's okay, but it's not my favorite. I don't like it that much. But this one I kind of started using just to test it out for this last month, and this I definitely noticed a difference in my eyes when I use it. It's a very thick cream, so a little bit goes a long way. When I use it in my demo, I actually ended up using way too much, but I just blended it all in anyways. But yeah, you don't need much. The littlest bit goes the longest way. Like that little bit that I had on my hand right here could work for both eyes. It feels amazing, and I've noticed that when I use this, my eyelids definitely have felt a lot more firm and just a lot more youthful looking. So I love this eye cream, and I'm so excited that I got it to try out this month, and definitely will keep using it. I'm probably going to use it in conjunction with my Rock eye cream, just because I want to finish it up and use it. But this last month I pretty much just used this alone because I really wanted to put it to the test and not kind of have anything messing it up, you know, in the way of my thoughts on this. But really, really love this so much. All right, next up I have the Freeman Indian Turmeric Gel Cream Hydrating Mask. This is something I purchased and shared in a Ulta haul on my channel. And this is something I just bought because I was really curious. So this says, boost your skincare routine with this moisture-rich gel cream mask. Indian turmeric helps balance, brighten, and replenish skin for a healthy glow. Perfect for normal to dry skin. Now, what was interesting about this is I just wanted to buy it because I've always heard really great things about turmeric for your skin and even acne and things like that. So I was really curious to give this a try, and I typically like masks. Now, I was kind of thinking it would be a little bit more of a thicker mask, one that you would, you know, put on almost like a mud mask, even though this says gel mask, but I was thinking it would be something you would put on almost like a mud mask, and then it would kind of dry, and then you'd wash it off. But when I was reading the instructions, it says apply to clean face and neck, avoiding contact with eyes and hairline. Leave on for 10-15 minutes, all day or overnight. The gel cream absorbs into skin with no need to rinse and no need to worry about getting it into your pillow. Use twice per week or as often as needed. So basically it's not really a mask, it's almost more like just a moisturizer is what I kind of took it as, considering you can put it on then wash it off or wear it all day or wear it overnight. Like, it's really up to you. So to me, I kind of took it like it's almost like a moisturizer, and so I wasn't sure what to think about it, but I did really like it. And so interestingly enough, I didn't use this on my face very much. Like, I did test it out on my face a couple times overnight, but then I actually started using it as my lotion, like for my legs after I shaved, because this is actually really, really hydrating. Let me just open it up and show you. That might seem really weird, but this is a really big bottle, and I have so many other like more expensive face moisturizers and face masks and things like that that I'd rather use for my face. So after testing this out on my face, I was kind of like, that's really cool, it's nice, but I think I want to go back to using my other stuff, and I'll just use this on my body and use it from there, because this is kind of just a cheap, it was only $5. So anyways, it is a gel. It comes out like this. It smells really lovely. Oh, I really love it. and you can see it's kind of like sliding down. So it's a very nice gel consistency, but even for like a gel consistency, it doesn't just turn into water once it hits your skin. You know, some gel, you put them on and it almost just like turns into water in your skin and then absorbs and you don't feel it anymore. I mean, for me, and I'm someone who has more dry skin, I don't like those kind of gel moisturizers because I feel like they don't do anything. This one, while it is thinner, and you saw how it kind of slid and had more of a thin consistency, when you put it on your skin, it does absorb pretty instantly, but you can still feel it, and not in a bad way. Like, you just feel that it's moisturizing your skin. Like, my skin just feels better. It feels really good. It feels really nice. And it definitely feels hydrated. And so I love that. And so, like I said, I started actually using it on my legs after getting out of the shower, after shaving especially. Because I have such dry skin, not only on my face, but on my body, especially on days that I shave, my legs get so dry. And so I decided to start using this and see how it would do on my legs, because it seems like every time I would shower and shave and put on a moisturizer or a lotion, within half an hour my legs are dry again and I need to apply more lotion. So I was like, I'm gonna see how hydrating this is for my legs after I shave. This keeps my legs hydrated all stinking day. It's wonderful. Like, I look down at my legs and they look like, not shiny, but you know, sometimes like if you got dry skin, you know what I'm talking about. You look down at your legs and they're like almost ashy looking, or just very dry, and you're like, ugh, gross. This doesn't. This keeps my skin like almost looking glowy and like it just hydrated, and they feel great. So this has kind of been my leg moisturizer, and I really, really like it. And it's really cheap for this big old thing. And it's, who would ever think about using a gel moisturizer or a gel mask for your legs or your body or whatever, but it's working for me and I really, really like it. So kind of a random way to use a product, but you know, sometimes I think we don't always have to follow the rule, as long as it's not dangerous, you know what I mean, for a product to use it in a certain way. Like, you know, go outside of the box and use it in a way that's going to work for you. And I love that as a moisturizer for my body, legs especially. So kind of random, but I really like it. I got some palettes to talk about, and I want to kind of talk about them pretty quickly because I feel like I've talked about them quite a bit here over the last month in my last videos. But this is the Beauty Paint Pom Pom Springs palette, and I talked quite a bit about this in my makeup basket, which should already be live, so I will link that video where I talk about these other palettes as well. But if you haven't seen that, I'll just briefly run down. Here's what it looks like. It's a beautiful palette. It seems like the color scheme seems a little bit unique or different, like what can you create with it, but I've actually really, really enjoyed this palette, and the quality and pigmentation of them were surprising, just surprising in the best way possible. Like, so vibrant, so beautiful. I did a look with it, and I was wearing it in a couple other YouTube videos on my channel, but I also did the tutorial for my IGTV. So if you haven't seen that yet, I'm going to link again my IGTV. Check out my IGTV for the tutorial. But I was so impressed with this, and then the brand and the brand owner, that I was communicating back and forth with the brand owner. Her name is Linda, through email, and just telling her I love the palette, and I was so excited for her next release. Now, she just started this brand, so it's a woman-owned brand. She just started up, and I think it's going to be really successful, and I just think it's really, really cool, and I want to be a supporter of her up-and-coming brand. And she had mentioned to me that she was going to start an affiliate program if I was interested, and I said absolutely, because I'm so impressed so far, and I would love to promote her and her products, and then also have a discount code to share with you guys. So I did end up joining her affiliate program. So now if you want to check this out or support her brand, a brand new indie brand, you can save 10% with code AGAPELOVEGIRL. Lots of affiliate codes in this video. I'm sorry for those of you who maybe are not like into that kind of thing, but why not want to join their affiliate program and earn a little bit of something while I'm helping to promote their products. But anyways, definitely recommend you guys check out Beauty Paint and her brand, and you can use my code for 10% off. And you know, it's funny, even though I do mention affiliate codes here and there, I don't feel like I super push them a lot, but if you guys think I push them too much, just let me know. It's totally fine. But anyways, then I also have the Courtship palette from Menagerie Cosmetics. In my last beauty rewind video that I did, I talked about the Feral palette, which I actually have over here as well, and mention that I also had picked up this little palette and hadn't tried it yet but was going to, and I love this palette. I think it's beautiful. The colors are so me. The quality is absolutely beautiful. So I did do a video for my IGTV using this palette alone, and then also a separate video using this palette alone, and then here on my channel I did do a palette bingo using both of these palettes together. So if you want to see those, I will link those videos, check them out. But really love the quality of these palettes and this brand so far as I've been trying them. I think they're absolutely great. So definitely recommend them if you like indie brands, but if you just like really amazing quality palettes as well. Really been loving them. And then lastly, for palettes at least, I have the Glam Light Burger palette, and I talked a little bit about this also in my makeup basket. I only really used this the one time. No, did I use it again another time just playing around? I can't remember. Anyways, but really mainly the one time that I did a video on, and if you haven't seen that video, I'll link that as well. Definitely check it out. I really do like this palette, but I will say I wasn't as impressed with the metallic shades. They are very just creamy and soft, but not in like the good way. I mean, they're not bad, but they're just not the easiest to work with. They remind me a little bit of the Super Shock shadows from ColourPop, except for I almost feel like the Super Shock shadows are easier to work with, to be honest. So I had a hard time, but the mattes are beautiful and apply gorgeously. And then also, if you can see, like there's like little grease stains here from the two metallic shades that I have used. And so that just kind of shows you, I think, just how emollient the metallic shades are, which I don't think is a bad thing, but it's interesting that it's like left grease stains. But I think it's kind of funny considering this is a burger palette, so this burger palette has left grease stains. I definitely want to play around with it a little bit more. I think it's a nice palette. I don't regret getting it, but I wouldn't call it my favorite. So anyways, if you want to see the look I created with it or see it in action, like I said, I'll link that video. Check it out if you haven't yet. But let's go ahead and move on to the last few products I have to talk about, and these are some new CoverGirl products. These products I actually did do a full video on, doing a first impressions and demo and all the information about these products. So if you haven't seen that video, again, I'm linking all this stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough room in the eye, so anything that I mentioned that's not in the eye, check the description box. I'll have stuff listed there, or otherwise at the end of the video when, you know, other little videos pop up, I could put stuff there too. But anyways, just search, they'll be there, just go to my channel if you want. But I was sent a bunch of new products from CoverGirl, and just kind of based on my first impressions, some were instant hits, other ones I'm still developing my thoughts on, and I did use them a few times last month, but I didn't use them as much as I would have wanted to be comfortable to give you like a full review on them. So these products did get put back into my makeup basket this month, and I plan to use them more this month, and to be able to give a better review and better thoughts on them. But I can say right away some of my thoughts on the products I'm most excited about and that I think are really wins for me. So they have these Easy Breezy brows. There's colored ones and then there's the clear one. I really like the colored one. This is the shade medium, and they have, I think, 2 other shades, so 3 in total, at least of the ones they sent me, and then the clear one. I'm not wearing this today because I just felt like doing a little bit more of a bolder brow for today's look, but I really was impressed by this brow product, and I like that it gives a good stiff hold, as well as adds a little bit of color and volume to the brows. Now the clear brow gel, I like okay, but not as much as this, because this gives a much softer hold, and I feel like my brows kind of move or can move a little bit more with using this, so it's not as stiff as a hold as this. But I know not everybody's preferences are just like mine, so maybe you're someone who likes a softer hold. So if you like a softer hold, you would like this, and you probably wouldn't like these as much. I feel like they are definitely different formulas, which is weird. You think they'd be kind of the same. It would be nice if the clear one was also a stiffer hold for my preference. So I still think it's okay. It does hold them in place fairly well, but just not as like stiff as I would prefer, but it's nice. Okay. The other win for me was the highlights. Now I was sent 3 of them. I just brought 1 over because if you want to see the rest of them, just check out my other video, please. But this is the shade Gilded Glory. These, this is so soft. Oh my gosh, I instantly fell in love with these. These are soft and the price is really good. Out of everything that I tried new from CoverGirl, these would be what I recommend the most. they're stunning and I am so in love. The quality is perfection. Really, really love these so much. So now there's two other new products that I still am kind of developing my thoughts. The concealer, which is I think like the newest thing, and I'm actually wearing that today. I brought over the shade M100, but the shade I'm wearing actually, no wait, this is the shade I'm wearing. Okay, yeah, the shade I'm wearing is M100. I have a lighter one too, it's L300, okay, but I didn't wear that today. So this I'm wearing today. It's got a big tube and a big old doe foot applicator, and I'm still developing my thoughts on this, but I will say that I feel slightly inclined to compare it to Tarte Shape Tape. And I hate even saying that because I feel like everybody compares any new concealer out to Tarte Shape Tape. Like, is this the new Tarte Shape Tape? Is this a Tarte Shape Tape dupe? And da 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 da. And I feel like I try not to do that because I don't feel like anything has really, to me, been a dupe of Tarte Shape Tape. But this one to me actually seems the closest in the sense that not only the packaging and the big doe foot applicator, but because this is a lot more of a drier formula. But to be honest, I actually think this is more, if I'm remembering correctly, because I haven't had Tarte Shape Tape in a while. It's been a bit, because I haven't repurchased it. I have too many other products to repurchase a Shape Tape, but I remember really liking that concealer. I want to say that this is a little bit more dry compared to Tarte Shape Tape. I know a lot of people thought that Tarte Shape Tape was, how many times can I say Tarte Shape Tape before I start saying sharp Shape Tape, blah blah. Anyways, I know a lot of people did not like the Tarte one because they said it was too dry for them, and I actually never felt like it was too dry, to be honest. I wouldn't call it a hydrating concealer either, but I didn't feel like it was like way dry. This one's a lot more dry, but I feel like it still is very comparable, in my opinion, from what I'm remembering, to Tarte Shape Tape. So, even though I loved the Tarte Shape Tape, I still am on the fence of how I feel about this concealer. Let me just look at my eyes up close to see what I'm thinking right now. I mean, it looks good. It doesn't look too dry or nothing's creasing. It's got good coverage, like, and I have dark circles, and it covers them really well, but it just is a very dry concealer. And so I do suggest doing one side and then doing the other, like, and blending it and then doing the other. I wouldn't put it on both sides at the same time and wait between to you know, apply this, because it is so dry. But I think it's okay. I don't hate it. There's nothing bad about it, I think, aside from it being dry, but it's not like drying me out. It doesn't make my under eyelids look super dry or crepey or crusty or anything. They actually look pretty good, but I just still want to play with it a lot more and develop more of my thoughts. But first impressions, I think this is an okay concealer. Covers really well. It's just very dry, a very matte formula. And then I also got sent over two of the True Blends Minerals Loose Mineral Powders. I brought over this one, which is the banana one, and I was also sent a transparent one. This is the one I've been using the most just because I like that banana shade under my eyes. I did use this set under my eyes. Now, in my first impressions video, I went ham with this powder. I used it how I would normally use other powders that I love, which is to cake on the powder with my sponge and really pack it on under my eyes and then kind of around the rest of my face. And that was a mistake. It was just too thick, too cakey, too dry, and I didn't really love the results of that. So I wanted to try this out very differently than I normally do with powders. And so for the way I've been using it lately is with kind of a highlighter brush. Oh, I actually brought it over here. So this one from Stilazzi, this is their tapered cheek, the S510. And so it's just like a tapered brush. And so what I do is just very lightly dip it in this powder and then go like this. And this is such a very soft, flexy brush, so it's perfect. It just sets right under the eyes and just like a little bit here and a little bit here, you know what I mean? So just very, using this very lightly and sparingly. I've actually been liking it, but I still do think it is a little bit heavier than I would prefer. Most powders that I love are very lightweight. Like, you could kind of pretty much cake them on and they don't get cakey. This one, if you put too much, it will for sure get cakey. So you have to be very careful with it. That might be something some people love. That might be something some people hate. I'm kind of neutral to it. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I think it does the job. It's nice, but if you're not careful, it can get cakey. And so that's the only thing I really don't like about it. I will say that I did notice though, since I've been using it throughout the month, the few times I've used it throughout the month, is that it has some kind of reflective something in here, not shimmer, not glitter, but has, I've noticed, like looking at under natural light and then like my regular bed or room lighting in here, I see a little bit of a like reflect in it sometimes. Like it has a little bit of a luminosity to it, I think. And so that intrigued me a little bit. And I'm like, oh, I kind of like that. If it has some kind of luminosity to kind of brighten up my under eyes. So I don't know if that's my imagination or not, but I've been noticing that. And so I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool about this powder. So anyways, but like I said, I want to use this more, develop more of my thoughts, but that's a little bit more than my first impression, at least from my video, so you guys have that and my thoughts on it. But really the winners for me were the highlight and the brow products. But anyways, that is everything new that I tried over the last month and my updated review and thoughts on them. So I really hope you guys found this video helpful in hearing my thoughts on these products. If you guys have tried any of these products and have some thoughts or reviews of your own that are either the same as me, if you agree with me, feel free to share that below. Like, you know, totally agree with you on this. If you disagree with me, share that as well. Share your opinion, because everybody's preferences are different, everybody's skin types are different, and so what works for me may not work for you, or what doesn't work for me may work for you, and other people might find that helpful. So I always love when you guys share your thoughts and opinions on these products and whether you find them worth it or not, because anybody else coming here and reading the comments can have more than just my opinion, and we can all learn together, and I absolutely love that. So please don't hesitate to share your thoughts, and if you have any questions about any of these products, anything that maybe I didn't think to mention or maybe forgot to mention that you would like to know about these products, please ask so I can be able to update you guys in the comment section. But anyways, with all that being said, I just want to thank you so much for watching, and until next time, much love and hugs to you. Bye, beauty babes. Mwah!